Yeah, it's me, Matt. I'm here in Vegas. Always in Vegas, stuck in Vegas. I've decided I'm going to do like a weekly review each week on what's happening here in Vegas. I'm going to omit all the local stuff that's common to other cities. For example, some of the stuff goes national, but it's still local type news. I mean, there was a man, a Las Vegas Raider, killed some people, at least one. I think the other is injured in a drunk driving accident. That went national because it was Raiders, but drunk driving is, yeah, it's a bad problem in all the big cities in America. Um, so things like that. But there are some stories that are local, and they might be of interest to people coming from other cities around the world and in America. So that's the kind of stuff I plan on covering. Things of that might be interest to people who don't live here. And anyway, so I just jotted down. This is Saturday, by the way, which is this is the 12th. But this is for the previous week, things that have happened Monday through Friday, and some important things that are still to come. It wasn't just a one-day thing. Got to get my reading glasses on here because I took down some notes. And this is the big news, at least for big news for locals and perhaps people from around the world, at least in Europe, is that the federal government they've lifted the ban on travel to the United States. It's not just Vegas, of course, but it's to the United States. You have to show proof of vaccination and a negative test in order to fly here from Europe. I think with Mexico and Canada, if you're driving here, you just have to show proof of a vaccine. I'm going to put this up on YouTube, so I'm not going to get political, but I guess it's people driving in from Mexico that need to show proof of vaccination. With Canada, I think it's strange because allowing people to come in from Canada if they're vaccinated, I'm not sure if they can get back though, because Canada's really cracked down on movement there in their country. But I don't know, maybe things are okay now, that if they come in, they can go back. I don't know. But it is interesting though that you have to show a negative test, because it is in line with the latest information about COVID-19, which is if you get a vaccination, although it protects you to a certain extent, you could still spread it to other people. You can get infected, you could spread it to other people. It just protects you, which is, I think, TV news a little bit slow to catch up with that. But yeah, so hopefully people coming in from Europe, that'll boost the economy here. And if people want to come to America and they've got some pent up money to spend, they want to gamble and see the sights here in Vegas, that'd be a great thing, because it's still slow to come back. The word is everything's great, we're bouncing back fast, but I see a little bit different story here on the ground. I think if business picks up, there's a lot of people who are still waiting to go back to work at some of these casinos. They'll get their jobs back, so that'll be good news. And of course, if there's more people locally working, that maybe will make more money for the local casinos, and some of them will come back. Maybe even some of the buffets, which I hope. The other story, which is a bit of a joke for locals, but there was down on the Strip, across kind of diagonal from Circus and across from where Riviera used to be, it's a hotel that was being built years ago called the Fountain Blue. But that just crashed. Their financing, they went bankrupt. I think they were blaming it on the Great Recession. Probably that had a lot to do with it. But it was just sitting there forever, and then some other interests came in and bought it, and they decided, well, we're going to rename it the Drew, and this is going to be great, and we're going to open it up, and that just fell through, and that sat there. Supposedly that was the pandemic, that was the reason for that. Well, the latest news here is that the original people who were involved in in building that and financing it. The Fontainebleau people out of Florida. I think it's owned by one guy. He's got controlling interest now, and they're going to finish building it, and they're going to open it up in late 2023. So that's the punchline to the whole story, is they're going to open it up, and they got a date. I think it's October of 2023. So we'll see. You know, hopefully it'll happen. Business will be big enough that those hotel rooms will be in demand, and that'll be great for Vegas. That part of the Strip, because it's still kind of a weak down there. You got, once you get past, well, it used to be the Wynn. Once you get past the Wynn and Encore, there was nothing there. But they built Resorts World, which that used to be where the Stardust was, and so that's going to bring people further north on the Strip. And then, you know, Resorts World is just a hop and just gonna walk there to Circus. And then, maybe, I don't know if the Fontainebleau is going to have gambling. I don't know that. But I hope so they can make some money, because I don't know how much that's going to be. It's 67 stories high. I don't know how many rooms, but yeah, without gambling, I don't know how much money they're going to make on those rooms. We'll see. We'll see if it even opens up. That's kind of funny. And also, the last thing that was announced is the finals for the National Rodeo finals are being held here. That was already announced. They'll be at Thomas and Mack, which is where the Rebels play, UNLV Rebels. So that's on the campus of UNLV. It's a pretty big facility. They have a lot of events there, not just things tied to the university. It's right near the airport on East Tropicana. And the thing is that you need to know, though, it's I think starting December 2nd through December, did I read that? I might have wrote that down in my notes. Through December 11th, yeah, the 2nd through the 11th, the day before my birthday. And you will need to wear masks inside, but you don't have to be vaccinated. Of course, if you get here by plane, well, that will be from Europe. I don't know if they're requiring vaccinations on a plane internally here in the United States or not. I don't think so. Maybe it's dependent upon the airlines. I don't know. I don't fly. I'm stuck here. Not that I'm on the no-fly list or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, so if you come here for the rodeo, just remember, you bring your mask or buy one when you're here. So that's something. That's a great thing, because we got it back. Last year we lost it to, I don't know where they had it. I think Texas, won't swear to it, but we got it back. We lost a lot of events, especially to Florida, because of our not just our lockdown, but we had so many rules for everything here if you wanted to have an event, and a lot of events were just impossible to have. So hopefully we'll be competitive and get some of that stuff back. Get rid of these masks pretty soon, because I think people are getting kind of tired. If you got the vaccine, you're done. Everything's fine. Don't be worried. We can get back to normal here in Vegas, hopefully. We're a little behind the learning curve, though. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm going to try and do this once a week. Try not to be too political about it, because there's a lot of politics involved with COVID-19, and a lot of the news relating to Vegas revolves around COVID-19. But I'll try to be as diplomatic as I can, so the widest possible audience can see these videos. Anyway, see you again later, and I'm out.